I'm Tim Owens. I'm with the Uinta Brewing Company. The Uinta Brewing Company name comes from the Uinta mountain range pictured on our logo. It's the largest and longest and one of the few east-west running mountain ranges in the continental U.S. The brewery started in 1993, so we're celebrating our 22nd birthday this year. Started in a mechanic's garage in Salt Lake City. A guy named Will Hamill started it in the winter. Grew from that mechanic's shop to a bottling line in '96, and then selling more beer than we had room for. So we moved to a 26,000 square foot spot in Salt Lake as well to make beer, and that's where we reside now. One of the more unique things about our brewery is that we're 100% solar powered. So that's 100% wind. We have a tagline for our brewery that's Earth, Wind, and Beer, which represents that. So everything we do, from brewing with renewable power to recycling to being a solar powered brewery, is all environmentally conscious. We obviously are big sticklers for quality and consistency, like any brewery should be. Everything about it, consistency, quality, style, is 100% right before we release anything. We jumped up from 46th on the list of top 50 breweries in the country to now 38. So we're growing at a pretty darn good rate, and that a lot of that has to do with just us, preaching about our core lineup and getting some specials out there. Honestly, I think that we make a beer for just about everybody. From the 4% golden ale that is summer, very lightly hopped. We use Sriracha to make that kind of citrusy and bright and juicy, but you don't get any hop character or bitterness out of it. It's more there just for its citrusy notes. It's a very approachable beer for someone that's looking for that gateway into something more than what they're drinking. And we make everything from 4% beers, we make to 13% beers. We make all different kinds of styles. We make porters, we make stouts, we make pumpkin beers, we make IPAs. Obviously, that's what we're known for the most. But there's a little bit of something for everybody. If you're out looking for our beers, more than likely you're going to see Hop Nosh as our first offering, which is our flagship beer. Beautiful, beautiful IPA, 7.3% alcohol, 82 IBUs, so it's not small, but it's not too big. We got a good malt body in there for some of that sweetness to undercut that bitterness and really make it more approachable. And then the hops we use, which would be Galaxy and Chinook, will supply that with a more of what I like to call a fruit punch character up front. So very bright, and then a little bit of floral in the back. Nice, easy finish with a little bit of lasting bitterness that's pleasant, doesn't really wreck your palate. From there, we would see our other core lineup beers, which is Detour. Detour is our double IPA. So where Hop Nosh is a little more approachable, this is a little more aggressive, but not totally crazy. 9.5% alcohol, 95 IBUs. We use Citra and Cascade hops in that beer, which will give it some real nice pine, citrus, grapefruit, even bubblegum flavors to it. We up the malt bill, as you should in a double, so it makes it a little sweeter. So oftentimes a lot of people that don't like IPAs or that don't like high alcohol beers will still like it because it's so well balanced and it's so smooth and it's so approachable. And then our last beer that is part of our core lineup that starts getting a little on the wilder side is Dubé, which is our Imperial Black IPA brewed with hemp seed. It's our highest rated of our core lineup beers. It's got a 99 on Rate Beer currently. We obviously use hemp seed and play off that name for the name of the beer, but in reality, the name of the beer comes from the Centennial Star of Utah, which is named Dubé. So every year, we like to make a beer called Birthday Suit. It's a series of beers that we've been running for, this is the 4th year now. We've been a brewery since 1993, so we're 22 years old. But we started this 4 years ago. It's always a sour. We change the style of sour every year to offer something different and have a little bit of fun. So the first year was an Old Cherry sour, which unfortunately I did not get to have, and I really wish I could have. The second was a Sour Brown. The third was a Sour Farmhouse, that was last year, and then this year is a Sour Plum Abbey Ale. So in the bottles that we have available in cork and cage, we use a ½ pound of plums in each bottle. So there is definitely a good amount of plum character to it. It's nice and sharp and acidic up front, very cloying. And then in the back, it's pretty much an Abbey double. It's heavy on malt and it's heavy on dark fruit, in this case plum. There are 2 different ways you can find our limited beers. You could use our beer finder on our website at uintabrewing.com. That's a good way to find out who's selling our beer in your area. The second way is just to find, your better beer stores in the area. Someone that typically carries a lot of our products year-round is a good customer for us. We like to reward them with our more limited beers. When I moved down to Louisville, people kept talking about Four Pigs. Four Pigs, Four Pigs, Four Pigs. You need to go there. It's a good spot. They got great food. The beer scene is tremendous. It worked out that I came in and ate lunch at a time where the owner was here, and we just got talking. And really wanted to do a tap night, but I wanted to do something a little more special than a tap night. I wanted to do something a little more unique, something to bring people out. So I thought it'd be a perfect time to, throw ourselves a birthday party. Get a cake, some streamers, some balloons. And I can't have a birthday party without a birthday suit on. So if you'd like to find our beers, if you're interested in trying them, I would recommend going out to your better beer stores, look for Uinta Brewing Company. More than likely you will see Hop Nosh, which is what I'm drinking now. That is our flagship beer. I strongly encourage you to try that. We have seasonal offerings available as well. If you're looking for something a little more special, like birthday suit or some of our seasonal, more limited options, you can find out where we're pouring those or where we've sold them on our beer finder at uintabrewing.com. You could also follow me on Twitter, and I will annoy you with tweets at Owens_Tim Owens, and you'll find out pretty quickly where in your area you can go to find our beer.